Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the pubic bone. So first we decide the side of the hip bone. So this is the left hip bone, and in anatomical position you can see that the pubic bone lies anteromedial to the obturator foramen. This is obturator foramen. Pubic bone having body, this is body of pubic bone, and having two ramus, superior ramus and inferior ramus. This is the ramus of ischium, and this may be the point of fusion between the ramus of inferior ramus of pubic bone and the ramus of ischium. And these two parts, fused part, forms the conjoint ischiopubic ramus. This is conjoint ischiopubic ramus. This is the point of, probably most probably is the point of fusion between the inferior ramus and the ramus of ischium. Body having the superior border and three surface. This is anterior surface, this is posterior surface, and this is medial surface. The superior border is crest-like, and this border is known as pubic crest. If you go laterally, then there is a elevation. This elevation is known as pubic tubercle. This is pubic crest and pubic tubercle. This is the posterior surface of the body of the pubis, which is related to the urinary bladder, and this is anterior surface, and the muscles of the medial compartment of the thigh originate from this surface. Adductor longus arises from the angle between the pubic crest and medial surface. From here, adductor longus arises through a slender tendon. At the same level, gracilis originates from the body, and it extends to the ischiopubic ramus like that. Adductor brevis also arises from the body just lateral to the origin of gracilis and adductor longus. From the body it starts and extends to the ischiopubic ramus. So this angle adductor longus, gracilis, and on the lateral aspect adductor brevis. Along the margin of obturator foramen, obturator externus muscle takes origin. Now we study the superior ramus. Superior ramus, the one end of superior ramus forms the 1/5 of the acetabulum. This is acetabulum. 1/5 of the acetabulum is formed by the one end of the superior ramus. Superior ramus having three borders: anterior border, posterior border, and inferior border, and three surface: pectineal surface, obturator surface, and pelvic surface. So you can see that from the pubic tubercle there is a bony, this is posterior border which starts from the pubic tubercle and it ends in iliopubic eminence. This ridge is known as pecten pubis. Posterior border, you can say, is posterior border, you can say it pecten pubis, you can say it pectineal line. This is the posterior border of superior ramus. Similarly, from the pubic tubercle, anterior border starts and it ends in acetabulum. This anterior border is also known as obturator crest. Between the obturator crest, pectineal line, and iliopubic eminence, this surface is known as pectineal surface. Pectineus muscle originate from this surface and pecten pubis. This is pecten pubis. So pectineus muscle originate from the pectineal surface. From the area between pecten pubis and inferior border makes the superior margin of obturator foramen. This surface is known as pelvic surface, which is related to the peritoneum or pelvic viscera. Now, the surface between obturator crest and inferior border is known as obturator surface, and this surface related to the obturator nerve and vessels. This is obturator foramen and this is obturator notch. This foramen is covered by the obturator membrane, and when the membrane is attached to this foramen, this notch becomes the obturator canal. So obturator nerve and vessels passes through this canal. So this surface is related to the obturator nerve and vessels.